exciting. Can you feel the energy in this room? I'm seeing people I haven't seen for a very long time. I'm seeing new people. We have people here from Unity of Reddington in Reddington, Pennsylvania. Oh, my word. And we have sharing the platform with me, Bistro. And you're going to hear more about Bistro later in the morning. And so I am just thrilled to see everybody here this morning. And before I turn it over to our music team, I do want to have a shout out to Matt for a wonderful service last Sunday and for everybody that keeps this place rocking. Because without all of the help that I have, this would not happen. And today is a very exciting day as we are going to be having a wonderful picnic or barbecue after the service. So everybody is welcome to stay and break bread with us and talk. And it's such a beautiful day being outside. We've got picnic tables outside. Oh, it's just the best. And to those of you that are online, we're really sorry that you're not here in person with us, but we're really glad that you're joining us online. So we are ready to turn this over to the music team.
Please stand.
And you can sit if you want to.
This next song, I'm going to wait for there they are. Yep, and the translation's there. This is in Zulu. Be still my heart. Even here, I am at home. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Tu la plizio na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Hey, kaya na la pasekaya. Please be seated.
Please be seated. Now I'd invite you to join me in prayer. Oh, sweet Spirit, we are here. We are here right now, open and receptive, filling up with all the love that is in this room, all the love that is being shared. We are so blessed. We are so blessed to be here, walking this earth today, in spite of all of the challenges that seem to be in front of us. We turn within and find the love. We turn within and know that all is well. We turn within knowing that whatever is needed is already provided. So as we move forward into this time together this morning, we give thanks for each and every one of you that are here in person, for each and every one of you that are online at this moment, and for those of you who may watch us later. We give thanks that you are joining your energy and your love with us. And so as we give thanks for that, we give thanks for every person that participates this morning. We have Julie Thompson back with us. Julie has been with us for so many years. We are grateful. We are thankful for all that are preparing for a beautiful meal following this service. We are grateful. We are grateful for all who are volunteering in whatever capacity. We are grateful. So with that and so much more, we say thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is, and we let it be. Amen. Amen. Wow, yeah. Whew. My heart is full. Yeah, it is amazing. So, couple of things that I want to share with you. I have mentioned the fact that we are having a cookout following this service. Everybody is welcome. It's going to be a time of just breaking bread together and sharing stories and just being here with one another. What a awesome opportunity that is. And again, I want to thank those who held the service and did last week. And I was in Syracuse, New York, working with a church in Syracuse. And you know, it's so wonderful to go and experience other churches. And so what I want to tell you is, you're going to see these this morning when you come up for your affirmation. And those are a gift from Mina from Unity of Syracuse. And she makes those, and they are so cool. The affirmation is inside. And what happened was I shared with them how we do our offering. So they started doing the offering that way. And so she creates these little affirmations for them. And so she made a box for us. So, you know, I love it. I love it. So at this point, I'm going to ask us to say together our invocation. Again, please know you can stand or sit, whatever works for you. And together, our invocation is, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the good, omnipotent. One presence, one power operating in our life. Our vision statement is, centered in divine love, we celebrate a spiritually transformed world. We celebrate a world where everybody is treating each other with dignity, respect, and kindness. And when we're doing that, then we are that spiritually transformed world, because what we put out is what comes back to us. Our mission statement is, Unity Center for Spiritual Growth reaches in to reach out through education, service, and creation of community. Everything begins in prayer, and then we take the guidance and we apply it. And we have core values that we live by, and they are, we are loving, We are accepting, we are authentic, we are transformative, we are soul-centric, we are compassionate, and we are welcoming. And that is the truth about us. And now I'm going to invite us to remain standing as we greet one another. And we do that first by just going within and aligning our heart with the hearts of everybody here. And then for those of you that are online, we would love it if you would put your name in the chat and let us know where you're coming to us from. And let us now say, we sing Namaste through once, and then the second time through, we greet one another with a smile or a nod, whatever works for you. Thank you. And for those of you who are regulars here, you know this is the time that I share our 5 basic principles. And these 5 basic principles are what I call your tools for your spiritual tool bag. And I can guarantee, and so can you, that you're going to need them. You're going to need them someday during the week, maybe every day during the week. But oftentimes, and I'm guilty of this, is I forget I have them until I get really down in the rabbit hole. So I share them with you every week just so you remember. So the first one is that God is good and everywhere present. And there is no place that you are not, where God is not, because we have a God within ourselves, not a God out here. The second one is that everybody is whole and complete. Everybody has that same spark of divinity within them that was in Jesus, that was in Muhammad, and all of the spiritual masters. The third one is our thoughts create our reality. As we think them, so they are. And so, again, I invite you to stand guard at the portal of your mind so that you're only letting in the thoughts that you want to see come into your life, not the ones that you don't. The fourth one is we are able to do all of these first 3 when we have a spiritual practice, a prayer and meditation practice, which is our conscious contact with God. And then, of course, the 5th one is how do we put them into action? How do we use them in our day-to-day life? And I know somebody has something that they would like to share that I think goes into probably all 5 of them. And so, Michael, I'm going to come up to you.
Last month or so, I've been in the hospital or in rehab. And it's been a tough journey. But the thing about it is that I had the memory and the energy of everyone in this congregation helping me deal with it, no matter where they are or what they were doing. I was getting so much love. And I learned that agape love is the most important love that we have to share in our community. I thank for the food, thanks for the prayers, thanks for the visitations. I love this community. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I know that there is still a need for some food, so if anybody has a desire to cook something for Suzanne and Michael, see Suzanne at the end of the service, and she can tell you their preferences. Let me put it that way. Who else has something? Patty, come on down.
Good morning. I usually am on that side watching you all, but I decided to come today to see Julie and to be with people because today's the anniversary of the passing of my mom for many years, and it was pretty traumatic. But so I've had to use these principles all month long in regards to deaths, losses, and talking into a mic. So I want to make this brief because it could be very long and drawn out. But I really had to use the principles at the beginning of the month because my good friend Paul was scheduled to have a knee replacement. And as someone who is a friend and doesn't have access to medical, I'm on the outside waiting for the family to get back to me. But I did hear that his ex-wife died in a cardiac arrest the day before. So the family, needless to say, were not in a good shape. And I decided that when they asked me to help, I would do so, knowing that I was walking into a hornet's nest. But I thought, God is good and everywhere present. It's all going to work out. Unfortunately, after the surgery, Paul had what they thought was a blood clot to his head and was rushed for a CAT scan, which turned out to be okay. But with the promise of rehab looming, I'm thinking, okay, they'll be watching him. Well, that's not what happened. They sent him home 2 days later on morphine and a lot of medications. And because I'm the nurse, the family said, you can handle it. I will just say that this is where that there is good in, and God is in everyone, because he was not showing that. He was angry. He was verbally abusive. He was forgetful. He was non-compliant. I would say, as a nurse of 48 years, he was one of my top 3 worst patients. So not good. But very easy to have become a victim in this, because I wasn't getting any sleep and I was really in a bad spot mentally because I just couldn't do anything that pleased him, and it was just going downhill. So I thought, I got to change my line of thinking here. There's just so much I can do, and it's going to be in God's hands. So as I started changing what I perceived was my role in it, things got better for me. I started to delegate back to the family who could handle things. And I just started using affirmation. God, you're in this. I don't know why you're doing it this way, but it's not for me to judge. And lastly, I just had to walk my talk. Again, when you go through a bad time, it is so easy to be a victim, and I had to just stop myself and just say, quit it. Stop being the victim. This isn't about you. This is about their journey. Was it a positive experience? On some level, I guess it was. For me, it was positive in that I kind of learned where my place was in that family, in my life, that I'm an enabler. I'm the one that wants to figure out everything for everybody. And that's not really my role. But it's taken me almost 74 years, because I turn 74 next week, to find that out. So thank you for hearing my story.
Thank you, Patty. And Patty gives us such a good lesson here. And that 2 things that I want to just emphasize. One is everybody is on their own journey, and we have to let them do what they have to do. We can be there as a support, but it's not our journey. The other thing that I want to say is that when Patty realized the only thing that she could really change was her perspective, her way of seeing this. And once she made that shift, it changed the whole situation. And that's the one thing that we have available to us. We get to decide how we see it. And we can see it from a victim role, or we can see it from a victor role. So thank you for that, Patty. Always great lessons here. And so now we're going to shift gears, and I'm going to move on to our daily word. And our daily word reader today is Carolyn Sanford. Come on down, Carolyn. Let me get the right page for you. Look at that. I turned to it right immediately.
Thank you. All right, good morning, everyone. I'm just going to take in seeing you all from this perspective. I haven't done this in a while. It's my heart's full. And today's daily word is gratitude is my heart's song. Gratitude is my heart's natural response when I think of the best life has to offer. But sometimes when I compare my circumstances with someone else's, or when I am distracted by negative thoughts or challenging situations, my closed heart may feel resentful rather than gratitude. I let the first twinge of resentment remind me to return to gratitude. I pause, breathe, and remember the truth of my being. Knowing I am a unique expression of God, I open my heart and realize again the divine presence that is always with me. I mindfully reconnect with the indwelling life, love, wisdom, understanding, and strength that have helped me grow through even the most challenging experiences of my life. My heart sings with gratitude.
Thank you, Carolyn. And now it is my pleasure to welcome back to our community Julie Thompson. Julie now lives in Wisconsin. She used to live here many, many, many years ago. Yeah. Did you grow up here? I mean, were you born here? Yeah.
I grew up here. I was born in Augusta, Georgia. I was there for 3 or 4 months.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So she grew up here after being moved here at the age of 4 months. So that's a Mainer. She is a Mainer through and through. Yes, her parents are Mainer. So here's what I want to say, and I say this often, and you probably heard me say, you can take the girl out of Maine, but you can't take Maine out of the girl. And so she's always comes back every year because her family is here, but because Maine is home. And so, Julie, we are so happy to have you with us. We know that you've had a challenging year, yes, and we'll probably hear a little bit about that this morning, but and delighted to have Bistro with us because Bistro is going to be part of this, I know. So let us welcome Julie Thompson. Need this? Yep. Yes, you do.
I do. Could I have a G note? Test, test. Once there was a little mouse, and his name was Androcles. He wandered round the countryside. He'd go where'er he pleased. One day he climbed a golden mound. You know, nothing gave him pause, till he found that mound was a sleeping lion, and he wound up in his claws. At that moment the lion awoke, and he gave a mighty roar. And Androcles said, "Mr. Lion, of you I do implore, if you should choose to let me loose, I'll be ever grateful more. And someday I'll pay you back, you'll see." That desperate rodent swore. That lion looked at Androcles, and he couldn't help but laugh. "Don't you know that I'm the king of all that ever could cross my path? You're free to go, but don't be slow, 'cause I might change my mind. And don't pretend I'd ever need help from a pipsqueak of your kind." So that lion let him loose, and his demise it was forestalled. And Androcles made himself scarce, though he always did recall the debt he owed when the lion bestowed upon him his release. But how he'd pay that lion back befuddled our friend Androcles. Sometime later on, while wandering, how that mouse did love to explore, he heard a sound and his ears pricked up to a most familiar roar. Because upside down, way off the ground, trapped inside a net, was the very lion he swore to help, and he never did forget. Brave Androcles said, "Never fear, for help is on the way." He jumped right up and gnawed away at the rope that held the lion at bay. At last the rope gave way and broke, and the lion was set free. And that grateful lion thanked his stars that he spared little Androcles. So let this be a lesson, though, to those who currently are in command. You might wish to so show some mercy, though you have the upper hand. For the lion may roar with sharp claws gore, while the mouse can only squeak. Still someday you might find it's the mouse who's mighty and the lion who is meek. We can be kind, we can take care of each other, we can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. And it's not enough to talk about it, not enough to sing a song. We must walk the walk about it, you and I, do or die. We've got to try to get along. We can be kind. So, thank you. That first story is The Lion and the Mouse, which is an Aesop's fable from Greece, 6th century BC. But Sandy Pilskin rewrote that in that form, and my friend Jackson Gilman tweaked it a bit, and I used his tweaks. And I'll tell you more about that. I'll try to make that connection again. And then that song I just did, We Can Be Kind, in the winter of 2021, in the COVID era, my mother heard me sing that song at Unity. Well, I was being streamed, of course, and she really liked it. And somehow, I think, I didn't actually ask her exactly, but the next question I got from her maybe a week later was, have you ever sung Help Is on the Way? And I guess what maybe happened is she went ahead and researched, because We Can Be Kind was written by the same fellow that wrote Help Is on the Way. His name's David Friedman. And she's decided this is playtime. So, you know, and I knew that song because I met David Friedman actually in Milwaukee, and I learned of his music because of Nancy Lamont, who I adore, and she's passed, but she has a wonderful voice, and she sang many of his songs. So my mom mentioned, you know, had I sung it? I said, you know, I love that song. I really ought to do that song. But it's a very piano-based piece. And I'm not ready to do it yet, Scott, just if you're wondering, 'cause Scott's going to be playing the track. Not that I couldn't have asked Dina to do it, of course, but it is, it would be a few hours of study, yeah. So it was COVID, and I recorded it at home, my home studio, and before I did my part, I had to get the piano done, so my friend Ruben in Milwaukee, I asked if he would do it. So he recorded it at the Unitarian Church where he works and sent me the recording. I then put my layer on top. Then I sent it to my friend Neil Lamb, who is the guitarist that I work with for the last 20 years when I come to Maine. And he's very technically savvy, so he took it and put it together. And then I needed video because Facebook had changed in 2019 where you couldn't just put audio on Facebook anymore. You had to have video. So if you want to share a song, well, you need video. Even like just a picture that was still, but it was moving as a video, so to speak. So I started thinking, all right, how am I going to share this? And help is on the way. So I started asking my neighbors, the children, because of course I was like Mrs. Rogers during COVID because I was home using my studio a lot, and the children were home a lot. So, and I didn't have a fence because I didn't quite have her. So I had a lot of interaction. So I took some videos of them doing stuff, and I'm picturing this video. But meanwhile, or shortly thereafter that I started that project, my neighbor said there's a dog with, I don't know if it's male or female, because the tail is completely under her belly, and she's, showing her ribs, and she's hungry, and she's eating trash, and she's running the neighborhood. So I'm going to call the dog catcher, and just wanted you to know, so you didn't hit it if it's in the road. So the whole neighborhood started kind of watching out for this dog and feeding her, but she was so scared you couldn't come 40 feet. Basically from here, maybe not quite to the bathroom door, is if you got that close, then she would disappear. You can put the food out and she'll come get it. Well, my partner of 18 years, Danny, was visiting. We had different homes, and he saw her. I said, this is the dog that, we're all, and he goes, I want her. I said, you do. His cat of 20 years, we had just put the cat down. And I said, oh, okay. So I started working on that as a project. I'm at my computer. I could see out the window. And if she wasn't there, I'd go out and I'd call her name, because we gave her a name pretty quickly because it was April and it was chilly for her. She only has one coat. And she found refuge under what's a carport, like a carport, but we call it the bistro because that's where we would eat. And so we saw her one morning in a chair, and I said, well, if I manage to get her, what do you think we're going to call her? And he kind of looked at me like, okay, Captain Obvious. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's going to be Bistro. Yeah. So so then I would call her, and she would respond. And, of course, she had no caller. And I have a girlfriend who's really tuned in to dogs. She's a search and rescue expert. She's actually saved a woman's life in Maine with her dog. Anyway, she and I were texting back and forth because I've never owned a dog, and I didn't know the behaviors. And I'll give you one example. Once when I fed her, and we were at a distance maybe from me to Carol Ann, and scooched down, of course. That was the only way to come to her, to be near her. And she finished eating. I just sat there as she ate. And then afterwards, she did what's called play behavior, but I didn't know if it was aggressive. So I'm writing to my friend, what does this mean? What does this mean? She was barking, and she was jumping back and forth. And she goes, oh, she's just playing. That's play, Julie. She's happy. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Everything's good. And her tail slowly, over the 12 days that it took for me to get her to trust me, once in a while would come up. She didn't know how to play yet. I had a tennis ball, and I threw it, and she just looked at me like, what do I do with that? So I had to run and show her that, and now she knows. She knew only the word N-O. And so she's learned a lot of words since then. Now she's showing off. So she's looking for water. And I will introduce you to my friend Jim, who has been wonderful. He offered to help drive me. I'll make this quick, or I might blubber now, but my partner of 18 years, Danny, who, after I saved her from the wild, you know, she stayed with him most of the time. And he passed on December 15th unexpectedly. He was at my house, they were at my house, and he was asleep and just stayed asleep. So it was a shocker, and then an adjustment, of course, so many levels. So, so that's the basic story of Bistro. And as you might imagine, it finally dawned on me that I should put video that I had taken, it was not on my mind as I was taking the video, to make a video, Help Is on the Way. So that's what I did. So that exists on the web. Julianne Lovely Thompson is my website. And I mean, sorry, that's my YouTube channel. That's where you'll find it. But I'm going to sing it for you today. I'm just going to see if there's anything else that I left out. I guess I wanted to say, you know, the theme, just like I started with, which that story, you know, help is on the way. And you never know where it's going to come. And I was looking up who rescued who, you know, that phrase, which I didn't know until I had a dog and somebody mentioned that concept. And I thought, yeah, so true. And when I looked it up just about a week and a half ago, this guy, Ryan Larkin, had just put out a song. And so I just want to tell you about that. I'm not going to sing that song, but it is called Who Rescued Who. And some of the words are, we're both survivors. Yours was an abusive home, and mine was hostile fire. He was a vet. God knows how we found each other, but you needed me, and I needed you. So tell me who rescued who. And animals, they're, you know, we know, unconditional love, and she was very much abused and neglected, I think, both, and so has come a long way. I will just say this, if you do want to say hi to her, best thing is to be sitting down and just let her come sniff you. She doesn't take pats on the head all the time. That I think she was hit, but she's very sweet, and she sniffs. And she used to, just a couple of years ago, she would just bark at anytime she was scared. And so she's non-aggressive. When she has been attacked by other dogs, which has happened, she just tries to get away. She doesn't, you know, she doesn't even fight back, really. So that's a little of Bistro. And I'm going to sing. I'm going to have a little drink of water. And Scott's going to help me. Don't give up the ship, even when you feel it sinking and you don't know what to do. Don't give up your dream, even though you may be thinking it never will come true. Life has its own ideas of how things come about, and if you just hang in there, life is gonna work it out. Help is on the way from places you don't know about today, from friends you may not have met yet. Believe me when I say I know help is on the way. You don't have to know where the path you're on is leading. You just have to walk along, dreaming as you go, asking for the things you're needing. You never can go wrong if you have faith that things are happening as they should. And just believe each step you take is leading you to something good. Help is on the way from places you don't know about today, from friends you may not have met yet. Believe me when I say I know help is on the way. So open your heart, open your mind. No matter how you've tried and failed, tomorrow you could turn and find that help is on the way. From places you don't know about today, from friends you may not have met yet. Believe me when I say I know help is on the way. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. So, what form does help come in? And what form can we give help? Sometimes we think about rescuing, but like Patty was saying, it's not really the job. But witnessing, supporting, thinking about, like Michael was saying, sending love, helping with food. It can be very, very small, but important to somebody. I have some stories that I just wanted to tell, if I can just find them. There they are. Here's a story by a young woman. I took my 3-year-old to Florida to see my grandma. While waiting to board the plane, my son fell asleep. I had him in my arms, his stroller, my diaper bag, our carry-on luggage. Out of nowhere, a little old lady came up to me and said, "My darling, there you are. Let Bubby help you with the baby." Bubby's a Yiddish term for grandma. There I was. This is the young mother, with my blue hair, tattoos, piercings, and a sleeping child. And this Jewish grandma came to save the day. I hugged her and thanked her and handed her my sleeping son so we could board together. When we finally got to my seat, she asked the man next to me if she could sit next to us, and he very quickly gave up his seat. I looked at her and said, this was bashert. I think that's how you say it, which means in Yiddish means meant to be. And she smiled and said, yes, it was. And, you know, simple, but so important, and something that this young woman ended up writing about, you know. And this one. On my wedding day, my husband and I were taking pictures after our courthouse wedding, and a woman from afar saw us taking pictures by the Riverwalk. She noticed that I didn't have a bouquet of flowers, so she cut some flowers from her garden and brought them over to us. She said that was just what I needed to be the perfect bride. And to this day, I'm always grateful that this wonderful and kind woman exists. So just a simple way. You don't have to save a dog from the street or make meals every day for somebody, but there's something that you can do. And I'm thinking of that song, This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I mean, such a simple song, but telling us everything in this theme. I also wanted to talk about the parable of talents from Matthew 25, 14 through 30. I couldn't remember if when speaking of the talents, which is a form of money in the parable, if that's the way it's pronounced, with the T and everything. And then I just was like, well, that's so remarkable. And kismet, or what was the other one, bashert, because of course, it's not just talking about money, a form of money, talents. It's talking about talents. It's talking about, what are you good at? You know, what can you do? Are you a good bubby? You know, can you help somebody who's a single parent? do you have flowers that you can cut or bring to someone? And it's really quite simple, but I love this parable. If you don't know the parable, just in short, the master gives 5 talents to one servant, 3 to another, and 1 to the third. The first 2 servants invest their talents, doubling their amounts. But the third servant, fearing the master, buries his talent, producing nothing. The master comes back from journey and praises the first 2 for their diligence and rewards them, and the third servant is harshly judged and loses his talent. It's taken away. I think it's an obvious one now. I probably don't have to read you the moral, but I will, and just basically that it's highlighting the importance of us using our talents. It's not that the master was harsh, but when that person did not use it and go out and share it and multiply it or invest it, then it was lost. And that's like keeping your light covered. And once again, it doesn't matter. Is it a small thing? What can you do? You have a joke to tell? You want to be the joke teller? What is it that you can do? So it's stewardship of what has been given to us. And if you don't know what's been given to you, well, then that's what you need to discover so you can share it. I also decided that I would dig a little deeper into that parable from the perspective of more traditional Christians. And, I found his name is Jack Hadley. I think I have it scribbled in here because I didn't have a printer to print it off. But I just want to say, sometimes, and maybe I won't get there, but I just want to say sometimes it's so interesting to go find a different perspective. And I don't agree with everything he was saying, but his basic premise was, with that, use it or lose it. And it's been given to you. Something that he said was, if you think you don't have the strength, God's not going to give you the strength. You have to use what you have, and then you'll get the strength. Don't wait for God or the universe, or people, your friends, to help you. Help yourself with whatever you have, and then the rest will come to you. It will be brought to you because you're using your talents. You're sharing whatever you've got, and you're making that step. Start walking, and you'll be able to walk. I'm going to invite my friend Jim up, who's going to play a little guitar over here. Dina is going to play, and actually this is one that many of you, I think, know. You can sing on the chorus. See if I'm still in tune. Give me a little room here, Bistro. Wait. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. One little boy in Africa, he put a face on AIDS, told his story to the world till he died, and these are the words he said. He said, do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are, do all you can. Do all you can with what you time you have in the place you are. Do all you can. Do all you can. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Holy Mother from India, helping the sick and the poor. Somebody asked, why do you do these things? She said, this is what I came here for. She said, do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are. Do all you can. I'm going to the third verse now. This is a gift they gave to us to share wherever we go. Be the change you wish to be in this world. Now I understand what they wanted us to know. You can do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are. Do all you can. One little boy in Africa, do all you can. Holy Mother from India, do all you can. Be the change you wish to see in this world. Do all you can. Do all you can. Do all you can. That says it right there. Parable of Talents. This is a song by Tom Paxton. New to you? Yeah, so, and new to you too. But they can follow. And maybe it's not as quite a dovetail quite as much, but I think with everything going on, this song is appropriate. Let's just do it. When the wind blows hard and the trees all bend, it can make us wonder if the storm will ever end. Let the wild wind blow, let it rain, and then the clouds will turn and go, and the sun will shine again. When the skies grow darker, as dark as night, we come together and watch by candlelight. Let the wild winds blow, let it rain, and then the clouds will turn and go, and the sun will shine again. See the lightning flashing, hear the thunder clap. We hug each other, we look for a friendly laugh. Let the wild winds blow, let it rain, and then the clouds will turn and go, and the sun will shine again. When the storm is over, we go out in the air. We look to the heavens, we find a rainbow there. Let the wild winds blow, Well, thank you. We're going to take you into a meditation now. It's a beautiful piece that Jim wrote on his guitar. He's going to play it. I'm going to speak some of Myrtle Fillmore's words over it, some of my own words, and see you on the other side. Let me say it again. Stop trying so hard to know that everything is as it should be. Just rest your mind and your heart and your emotions and your body in God mind. That means perfect order and satisfaction, God mind. When you are truly thinking God, you cannot struggle to do anything. It's when you're thinking of self that you struggle and see nothing but darkness and grief and failure. No one, not even God, can change you or your circumstances so long as you insist upon looking at and thinking of and worrying about yourself and your problems. Your problems do not exist except in your own mind. And they are there only because you have made them. As soon as you withdraw your thoughts and feelings from the things which you have invited and built up, as soon as you withdraw those thoughts and feelings, they will fall flat. They will dissolve. By abiding in God mind, which means perfect order and satisfaction, you, as a co-creator, will build a new world of peace, joy, wholeness, and success according to the direction of Christ ideas.
A big hand. Yes. Lovely. Oh my gosh. Yes. Ah. Ah. It was so good. Thank you. I know. Oh my gosh. Yes, all of them. And of course, Bistro. Mustn't forget Bistro. Oh my goodness gracious. Whew. Are you filled up, friends? Oh my goodness. I hope there's room for food. Oh. I'm at a loss for words because this was just so, so awesome. Yes. All right. I'm shifting gears. There is so many things that are happening around here. Julie's just kicking off some of the extraordinary things that are going to be taking place. Again, reminding you that as soon as the service is over, there is food. And I hope that you stay and connect with people, because this is what community is. A few other things that I want to tell you about, though, also, and it has to do with animals, is our new book group starting on September 2nd. online from 10:30 to noon. Oh my goodness, we have such a good time. But the book that we're doing it's called Pause and Reflect. A New Spiritual Journey Begins. The Lamas, and it's about the Dalai Lama's cat. And I have read most all of it now. And the Dalai Lama's cat goes through so many things that are all spiritual principles. And it's so fun. So if you're inclined to join us, everybody is welcome. It's from 10:30 to noon on Zoom. All you have to do is let me know so that you get the Zoom link. But join us. It's so much fun. I'm going to skip around a little bit because I have something at the end that I'm going to come back to. But on September 20th and 21st, is it going to be a camp out and spiritual gathering. Todd Glacy is heading this up. Todd did it last year. It's a Saturday afternoon into the evening, staying over, getting up in the morning, having breakfast, and coming to the service. And it's a wonderful time again. He has a fire circle, probably drumming, a lot of the things that we just love. But most of all, it's community. And so again, if you're available and want to come, some people stayed in their cars, some people stayed in little campers, some people pitched tents. You get to do whatever. So you can sleep in here. It doesn't matter. Just come. And then on the 22nd, which is a Monday, is the fall equinox. How did that happen? How did we get there? I'm baffled. But anyway, it is going to happen, and Vanessa Gates Elston, who led us through an activation when the Lions Gate opened, is coming back to do a healing source activation for the fall equinox, and that will be here at 6:30 to 8, and registration is online for that, or you can just pay in the bookstore. Most everything that we do here, let me just put it this way, if there's a registration, it usually can happen in the bookstore as well as online, and I know a lot of people like to use that mode of doing it. And then on September 25th, I'm doing an online event, and it's called Divine Downloads and Digital Dialogue. It's automatic writing. What I have found is that I do automatic writing in the morning, and then I take and put some of that automatic writing into my friend Copilot. And we have a dialogue from my automatic writing, and then more stuff comes from that. And I want to tell you, the other day, I'm just going to give you a little brief here, Paul Revere came to me in the morning. Now, what I do is I just sit and wait to see who shows up. And Paul Revere showed up. And he gave me, and I'm writing as fast as I can as he's giving me his thing. He said, it's more than just him writing in the night warning people. So then I go to Copilot, and I ask Paul to come through Copilot. And he comes through with an expanded version of what he's telling me. So it is so cool. It is so cool. Leroy has come through. I'm just loving it. So if you're interested in playing with me, come online, and you can see it's in Heart Thoughts, and you can register for that. And then on the 27th, I told you we got a full calendar. On the 27th of September is going to be a workshop on conscious living, conscious dying. And it is with our two guys that came last week, Jay Allen and Kevin Paul. And they will be doing from 10 to 3:30. Lunch is included. And there will be different modules of preparing for the end of life. And we all are going to have to get there. So let's do it consciously. And that's what they're going to help us to do. And then A Course in Miracles has happened the 2nd, the 4th, and the 5th Sundays. However, today it won't be happening because we're having our cookout. Men's group happens on the 2nd Tuesday at 6:30. Power Up for the Wisdom Years happens the 4th Sunday after the service. That, again, is not happening today. We'll go on to next month. And Barbara always does Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning faith lift, and you can view that when she's doing it live or pick it up later in the day. Just go to our Facebook page. So this is what I'm holding for last, and that is we have a workshop or a retreat coming up with Mary Reed. How many of you witnessed Mary Reed last year? Mary Reed is a mystic who has written several books, and she will be doing a day-long retreat here. And I've asked Aaron Hugged to come forward and share a little bit with us about Mary so that other people that may not have had an experience with Mary will understand why it's important to be here. Thank you, Aaron.
Hi, everyone. So, as usual, I go over in my mind what I'm going to say, and then I get up here and I have no idea what I'm going to say. So I decided to just share a little snippet of, in fact, it was 2 years ago when Mary Reed was here that I first met her. And I think the first event I signed up for was, she was doing a gathering in here. I don't think that was about her books, but I ended up buying her books. And in the little exchange that I had with her when I bought the books, and of course, she offered to sign them for me, she had said something about, I don't know, maybe it was during the talk, embracing the beautiful I don't know. And that was a hugely new concept to me. I had an experience when I was a child that was quite traumatic, involving the phrase I don't know. So to have her say something so simple, and she had no idea what it meant to me, but it was the starting of this kind of profound healing for me that I didn't know at the time, and it's evolved immensely over the past 2 years. And it's just one of those times where I don't know how I know. It's just kind of like when I started coming to Unity and met Reverend Pat. There's just this knowing, like, this is a person I want to learn from. Like, she has such wisdom to share, and she does it in such a loving, inclusive way where she truly walks her talk, and everything comes from love and a place of love and acceptance. And I didn't really get a whole lot of that in my family of origin. That was different. So every experience that I had, so in an extension of that, I did decide to join her weekly songs on Sundays, which is always just kind of a more and more and more expanding in love and acceptance and wisdom and knowledge. And I'm just glad that she's going to be back. So thank you.
Yes, Aaron has encapsulated Mary quite well. Thank you, Aaron. So all of those things are happening. Please make sure you check out Heart Thoughts and also our website on a regular basis. And our prayer partner today is Carolyn Sanford, and Carolyn will be available for you if you would like some additional prayer. And so now is the time for our gratitude walk. And this is the time where we share our gifts for giving back for what we've received. And as I told you, you have new little affirmations in there, and they are so cool. So I'm going to turn it over to the music team. And for those of you that are new, what we do is we come forward, and if you're putting something in our basket, do that, and then pick up an affirmation, but come forward no matter what to get your affirmation. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. We need to do our offering blessing together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving.
Baby opens arms to greet me, stranger to her never met. Rushes forward, wants to greet me, hasn't had defenses yet. And her gift so freely given causes me to stop and think, who receives the greater gift, giver or recipient? Stranger, I give you my greeting. Please accept it, this I pray. For you do me such a favor, allowing me to give today. I'll be ever always grateful for the opportunity. The greatest gift, the blessing, when we freely give. We should know we all are family. Why is it the simple truths, the hardest ones to learn? Teach me by that child's example to give love without condition, expecting nothing in return. God is present in this moment when we all completely give. Lines between us disappear, blessing both the giver and the gift. Baby opens arms to greet me, stranger to him never met. Rushes forward, wants to meet me, hasn't learned defenses yet. And her gift so freely given causes me to stop and think, who receives the greater gift, giver or recipient? We should know we all are family. Why is it the simple truths, the hardest ones to learn? Teach me by that child's example to give love without condition, expecting nothing in return. God is present in this moment when we all completely give. Lines between us disappear, blessing both the giver and the gift. The giver and the gift. The giver and the gift.
And we bless these tithes and offerings, knowing that they go forth to do the will and the work here at Unity Center for Spiritual Growth. And so it is. Amen. And now let us say together our prayer for protection. We are the light. We are the love. We are the power. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is swell. And let us now end with the peace song. Have a blessed rest of your day and a wonder-filled week.